Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
It is a beautiful Monday morning, 26th of April 2021, and we have with us Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms, to work out with everyone.
Woo-hoo!
Morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Natalie. I just want to address something before we go. People have already said, yay, I'm going to be exercising with FD today. You're not. Because on Friday, I absolutely messed my right ankle, so it's all taped up right now, and I'm sitting with my leg raised at home doing the show. So, yeah, you ain't going to see me doing much exercise today or for the next 5 days.
I love it how people hold us accountable because they heard us say last week that you're going to be exercising today.
Yeah.
So next week.
Ain't going to happen. Next week,
Mark.
Hopefully, if this ankle is okay, yeah.
And you know, it's so appropriate, Natalie, because we're talking about injuries as well, right, this week?
Yes, that's right. We are. We're talking about upper body this week and injuries as a whole.
Okay, so
FD, tell everybody, where are you injured exactly? Upper or lower?
Lower. Mine is lower. It's my right ankle, and I missed a step going down a staircase, just the last step. The ankle buckled under me, and now there's just all kinds of ligament problems. So I've got no strength whatsoever in the ankle right now, and every time I put pressure on it, it's just murder. I'm walking around with a walking stick all day. I can't do more than 5 or 6 steps before I've got to stop.
No.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So, we feel you, Mark.
Do you? Really?
Yeah, we feel you. We're sending all our love to your ankle.
Thank you.
Maybe Natalie can give FD some advice.
Yeah, you know, I think number one, if it's that painful, you probably should go and get it checked out if you haven't already.
I have already. Yes, I have already.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's staying off it, listening to what the doctor said, and then, you know, not exercising can be frustrating. So working on upper body and different things, if possible, is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Natalie, his is a lower body injury, but what about, since you're talking about upper body injuries, what are the most common upper body injuries?
So, you know, tennis elbow, and no, you don't have to play tennis to get tennis elbow. And, you know, that is the most common, and it's just from repetitive motion that people get this really awful pain in their elbow. Frozen shoulders, which is, you know, can be from pulling or after dislocation, and some scar tissue is sitting there. Rotator cuff tears, so things that, you know, the muscles stabilize our shoulder, and when they're overused, they go. And then, of course, that awful pinch nerve that you get as well, which is pretty awful. So all painful things that can affect how we move our upper body.
What exactly is a tennis elbow?
Yeah, so it's just the tendons are overloaded and swollen. So, you know, if you think about a painter doing a repetitive motion, they get it quite easily. And the only thing you can do really is to rest it.
How do you train around an upper body injury?
Yeah, work on core. That's always good. So things like stationary cycling, stairs if you don't have a ligament damage, you know, walking or pool running are all great things if you've got an upper body injury. So you can still work that lower body and core.
Okay.
All right, it's time to work out with Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms. It is a beautiful Monday morning here on The Big Show. Let's play a song from Club Nouveau. Here's Lean On Me on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. Okay.
So we are going to do upper body using a band today, using the PTP band. And a lot of these are seated. So FD, you can maybe do these in your own time when you're feeling up to it. Yeah. So they're all upper body with a band. I'm just going to use a ball today to sit on rather than a bench, but a seat will stabilize you and will stabilize your back a lot better as well, especially if you've got a back injury. So the first one I'll just demo. We're going to do a seated bicep curl. So band on our feet and just bicep curling. Then we're doing a seated back press. So again, pulling out. We did this one a couple of weeks ago, and behind. Then, I mean, you can stay seated for all of these. Then a bow and arrow, which we've got one arm, so our left arm and our right arm back, and we're pulling back, which is a really good one, really opening up those shoulders, and then obviously doing the other side. Then an overhead pull apart, so keeping the elbows bent and then just pulling out from behind. So this one's out, the other one was up. And then the last one is a tricep extension, and you can sit down and sit on the band and do this, or you can stand up, but you just want it to go through the back of your body, and we're doing those triceps and keeping those elbows in nice and tight. So super good body workout. And as I said, I did do these because we were going to look at not hurting your lower back doing these. So these are all really good controlled movements. We're going to do 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest across the 6 exercises. So I'm going to hit play, and we're going to get ready for those bicep curls. All right. Now, if you haven't got a band, grab some water bottles at home if you want. That's always a good thing to do. Just adds a bit of controlled weight. But, it is worth investing in one of these great bands to take anywhere. All right. Really controlled movement. You're really helping it on the eccentric. So going down, you're controlling it. Don't let that band flick. That's it. And rest. All right, we're going to flip it over. Being seated really makes you focus on those, on the muscles as well. So it's great to do some seated exercises. It's not being lazy. Okay. We're going to pull the band out, and we're going to go up. So just touch the shoulder blades with the band, or with a towel is fine as well. And we're going to push up.
Do you feel like you work more of your lats for this one?
Yes, 100%. So you should be squeezing your back in when you come down. So really feeling like you're trying to squeeze someone's finger in the back, in the middle of your back.
You can even do it without a band, if you create resistance with your
absolutely.
arms.
If you're doing it properly, 100%.
Yep, especially if you're catching us from an old age home. Yeah, you can do it without the band.
So bad.
All right, we're going to get ready, and we're going to do that bow and arrow. All right, so we're keeping that elbow in nice and tight. This arm's fully extended in front. So this one's pretty hard to do without a band.
Is your left arm locked straight, or is it slightly bent?
It's locked.
It's locked, okay.
It's locked, yeah. So, and again, if you want to make it harder, grab the band up higher. If you want to make it easier, grab it down lower. So your wrists are locked. You're really holding it in there nice and tight. Okay, we'll switch to the other side. Yeah, so just, if you want to wrap the band around as well, if you feel like you need to make it more secure. Other than that, all right. And we're going to go now. So this side. And you really know, you can feel if you need tension on the band, because otherwise it goes floppy. So it should never be floppy.
Never be floppy.
Never be floppy. That's it. So you should be feeling this in, so in my case, it's my left arm now, the one that's pulling back. You should feel it. And really feel it across your shoulders as well, and opening that chest up. All right, we'll do the overhead pull apart. So this is good, I get to sit down. So this one, grab a little bit closer in, because we're pulling apart, not up this time. Just elbows nice and relaxed, and we're going out. So again, this is a good one for the lats.
But you feel a little bit more in the rear delts as well for this one.
Yes, and people forget that this is what you need to strengthen if you're lifting things. It's a really important exercise. Any back exercise is important. We think about the arms, but a lot of times we forget about the back, or the upper back.
My arms are dying.
And then we'll do the tricep extension, so getting rid of those bye-bye wings.
Bye-bye wings.
So I'll just stand side on. So we're just keeping those elbows in right next to our ears and fully extending up the top. Again, nice and controlled. You don't want momentum of pushing yourself forward. Just really feel those arms burning, which they are. That's it. Everyone does the biceps and forgets about the triceps.
And the tricep is what makes your arm look bigger.
Absolutely.
really?
It's what tones it. Yes. All right. That's it. Good job.
Woo!
Whoa.
Round one.
That was round one done.
I'm getting these questions from people who are interested in getting those PTP bands. Where can they get them from? Online?
Yeah, so you can get them online at ptpfit.com. And also, Royal Sporting House is going to start carrying them very shortly as well.
Oh, yeah?
So,
cool.
yes. Yeah.
And
so,
the colors are not just for aesthetics, right?
No, so this is a heavy one. The grey is like ultimate, then there's a green which is mid. So I always say, get a bit harder than what you think. So heavy, and they're pretty long. So I think heavy's always a great one. Don't go and get a really soft one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, Natalie, next question. What type of exercises are best if you have an upper body injury?
Yeah, so anything lower body, and it depends if it's impacting your back or not. So as we said, I think, people forget that just going up and down stairs is a great great exercise for lower body. Go and walk Bukit Timah Hill, get outside, do some pool running, cycling, anything like that.
Hold on,
great.
I'm going to ask you the question again on air,
Sure.
okay? Yep. Flowrider featuring T-Pain Low right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. If you're just working out with Natalie, I hope you're feeling the burn in your triceps and, a little bit in your rear delts as well. It just goes to show you did it correctly. All right?
Nina was doing it with Nat.
Was she?
Nice.
Yeah, Nina was
job,
doing
Nina.
that.
Brilliant. Round 2 coming up in just a while, okay? But I've got a question for you, Natalie. For those people who have an injury right now, an upper body injury, what exercises should they be doing?
Yeah, so the good news is, an upper body injury is really easy to train around. Or if it's one side, you can actually train the other side. So it's not, give up and no excuse not to do anything. So things like elliptical trainer without the arms, walking upstairs, go and do Bukit Timah, go outside and do McRitchie. You've got, pool running you can do, cycling. Something that takes the stress off your arms is fantastic.
Are there any exercises, Nat, that we have to work through? So in other words, some people say, oh, I've injured this, but I can work through it.
Yeah, so, I think the advice is always find out what doesn't hurt. So it might just be that you need to change your grip from an overhand grip to an underhand grip with something. Lighten the load, use a bench for support, and really it's just think about, try it, and if it hurts, stop. But if it doesn't, then you may be okay to go ahead with it with a lighter load or with a body weight.
Right.
And what are some good rehabilitative exercises that you can do? For example, if you have a painful shoulder or an elbow, is there anything that you can work you can do?
Yeah, so the bands are fantastic for rehab, as is any water. But anything that's super controlled, you don't want to be doing, one-arm push-ups or anything. You want something that if it hurts, you can stop and you can control the tension on the exercise. So anything like that, nothing that's a too heavy weight, no dumbbells if it's going to hurt. On the eccentric, you need to be controlling the movement both ways.
Now, Natalie, for someone who's extremely active and who gets injured, right? It's hard for this person to just stop exercising, because all kinds of things, goes through their minds. Like, I feel guilty. I didn't work out today or whatever. But, the fact is they can't. They're injured. Any advice on how they can get through this period?
Yeah, it sucks first and foremost. So, acknowledge that it sucks and move on. So I think it's about mindset. So think about what can I correct that were my weaknesses before this and come back stronger. Come out with a plan of what you can do, not what you can't do. So if it is an upper body injury, what can I do with my lower body? And then think about some things that you haven't had time to spend on in the past, like what some breathing techniques I can do. What do I need to think about with regards to recovery? Maybe it's time to work on your nutrition. So think about it as an opportunity to go deeper in the areas that maybe you weren't spending time on before.
All right. We're on The Big Show with Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms. We're all set to do set number 2 of an upper body workout using the PTP resistance band. In the meantime, speaking of bands, here's Def Leppard. 2 steps behind on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
All right.
Nat, before you do
Yes.
round 2, I wanted to ask, because when we are injured, right, most of us, we just tend to wrap up our injured part, like our ankle or our wrist or something like that. Would you advise to still work out with wrapped body parts?
It depends. Yeah. It depends if it needs to be wrapped. I think we just default a lot of time to a bandage, but doesn't need compression on it is really the first and foremost. And does it need to be protected? So, I think as you go on, you don't want to rely on that because then people get scared to take off that wrapping, So I think it has a time and a place, but then actually you need to start thinking about full range of motion, and having it wrapped is stopping that full range of motion. Yeah.
It's like Sean, when I went to see the doctor about mine, he got me doing an exercise. When you have a sprained ankle, this is very hard to do. Put a handkerchief on the floor, pick it up with your big toe and your first toe, and move it.
Oh, wow.
Then pick it up again and move it. It is
yeah.
almost impossible to do.
Yeah.
It is so painful. But he says you've got to move the ankle. You can't let the ankle freeze.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Like frozen shoulders, actually the best thing is to use your shoulder if you have a frozen shoulder, because you need to get the blood flowing and get it moving.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because for people who have injured their ankle, the first thing they don't think of is moving their toes. And it just goes to show how connected it is, right?
It's all connected.
That's why I told you, FD, go for a foot massage.
I'm not going for a foot massage. Are you
I
mad?
know, look at Natalie's face. She's like, what? No. Not the right advice.
Or just run it off.
Run it off.
Walk it off, Andy, walk
Go
it
dancing. Go dancing.
Yeah, suck it up. Just walk it.
off. Okay, round two.
Okay. Set number 2.
Okay. I don't mean that, FD. Don't suck it up.
No, I know what you mean. That. Don't worry.
And don't run it off. Walk it off.
Okay, guys, let's work on those biceps. No, and compression is probably great for your ankle at the moment too, and your ligaments.
Well, there's the old-fashioned saying: when you have a sprain, you use rice.
Yes.
Rest, ice, compression, elevate.
Don't actually put your foot in rice.
Yeah, I thought like an iPhone.
No. It's rest, ice, compression, elevate.
Okay, good job. Yeah, and I think those compression socks, that's when they come into their own because they're easy to wear.
Yeah.
As well. All right, we're back pressing everyone who is doing this. Yeah, let's pull it apart. And up. There we go. And you're working hard. My arms are shaking when I've got this pulled apart. So it means you've got the right amount of tension. Don't be scared if they start shaking. It means you're working.
Nat, when doing this, what advice would you have for the neck? Do you guys look down, look straight, keep it neutral?
Just neutral neck, soft neck. You don't want to look down because it's going to stress your upper back. Just a really nice soft neck straight ahead. All right, we're going to bow and arrow then. Yeah, as much as you possibly can when you're exercising, your neck should always be just soft and in a neutral position or slightly looking forward. Okay, those bow and arrows. That's it. Ooh.
Like the Hunger Games, training for the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. Katniss, watch out. I know. There's a bow and arrow place up at Bukatima you can go and shoot, isn't there?
Archery. Have you done archery?
I have.
I tried it
Once.
once. Yeah.
I've never done.
There's very good archery at Safra
Yishun.
in Tampines.
Oh, is it?
Cool.
Very good. They teach you their courses and all kinds of
Not
things.
easy. We should go one day. It's not easy to do.
It's great fun.
Yeah.
We should do it when the new Hawkeye TV show comes out.
Yeah.
It is hard though. You got to be strong, right, to pull that bow back. Yeah.
Robin Hood makes it look so easy.
Yeah. All right, keep that elbow up, those arms, that front arm locked. Whew. Good job, guys. 10 seconds left on this. That's it.
It's house music, man.
Yeah.
Man. All right, that overhead pull apart. So elbows up and bent, and we're going to pull from behind our neck. So yeah, these are all, as I said, FD, give them a go during the week on sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
always sit down.
And there's zero stress on your back as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, maybe not one leg in the air. Maybe. Yeah.
No, but I've done that. Well, there was a guy who helped me with my back. This is many years ago, and that was the first exercise he taught me: sit on a ball and lift one leg up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a while, but it does help. Strengthens a lot.
And it helps your core, as you know, helps everything. That's the balls are great. All right, last one, and we're doing that tricep. All right. Up we go, guys. Stay strong.
Similar for the triceps extension, your elbows close to your head as well, yes?
Yes, elbows close to your ear. You don't want to be flicking out. It's the same as if you're doing them on a bench going down. You always want to have your elbows close to your body and your butt in if you're doing them on a bench.
The angel shaking already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, this is hurting.
With no resistance band.
Imagine when you have a band.
Good job, guys.
Yay!
Well done.
Isometrics. Oh.
Yes. Yeah,
Brilliant.
the arms are feeling pumped. I don't know about you, Angel, but
Yeah, no, I'm feeling it.
We can see your Rockstar arms, Natalie.
Not yet, on the way.
Look how lean Natalie
I
is.
know.
I know.
It's like 0% body fat.
Oh no, it's hiding in there. Trust me, I've just got it covered.
So to our home viewers, if you want to look like Nat, you need to work out with Nat.
And
In fact,
download the app.
That's right, the Rockstar Fit app.
Yep, and follow Natalie on Instagram as well. It's Rockstar Arms.
Great stuff, guys. You all did well. Yeah. Well, Angel did well.
Good job, Angel.
Angel did well. Yes,
Angel did well. She did it.
Yes.
Rock and roll,
Next
rock and
week
roll.
it's Mark's turn.
Yeah. Okay. As long as we're not doing legs, I'm fine.
Yes.
Because I don't think my legs are going to be anywhere near ready next week.
During the week, you should work out your upper body as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. We need to see evidence of it.
Okay.
You know, Natalie, I've been meaning to ask you, what are your favorite foods
Ooh,
that are healthy?
Yeah, you know,
We'll give you like 10 seconds to think about that while you answer that
Oh, I
question
see.
on
Okay,
air.
on air. I'll ask you that question
Okay.
on air.
Every standby one traffic, huh?
Yes, boss.
OneFM 91.3 traffic.
Alrighty, we've got the KPE towards the ECP, a vehicle broken down at the PIE Tuas exit. AYE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down before Buena Vista exit. PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Paya Lebar Road. Those are the areas for you to look out for. Also, Dunnan Road towards the city. There's been an accident after Hillcrest Road. Congestion is to Eng Neo Avenue. Just look out for that. Stay within the speed limit, please. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning, Singapore. It's Glenn Angel, FD, and Sean. We are the Big Show, and our guest every Monday at around this time is Natalie Dau, also known as Rockstar Arms. So once again, thank you so much for joining us, Natalie.
Thanks for having me, guys. Great workout.
And on behalf of all your fans who work out with you without fail every single week, thank you. And I have this question for you. I've been meaning to ask you this question every week. I keep on forgetting. What are your favorite foods, Natalie? I'm talking about the healthy stuff.
Healthy foods, yeah. I love eggs for breakfast every day. When it comes to carbs, brown rice for me, pumpkin. I also love a good piece of sourdough bread. So I eat carbs every day. And then, I really do fill my plate with a lot of green vegetables. To eat a whole plate of vegetables is quite hard and filling. So I think for me that's good. If I'm running on the go, a protein shake is also very good. So for me, it's a balance of definitely carbs, fats, and protein throughout the day.
And how much water do you consume a day?
About at least 10 glasses a day for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think we don't drink enough. Most of Singapore's walking around dehydrated with the humidity and the aircon. So, you do need to add in some salts or magnesium or something as well just to keep hydrated.
Nice.
Wow.
Interesting.
Fantastic. And remember, if you're going to be drinking water, always carry your own recyclable bottle, reusable
Yes.
bottle. No plastic. It is Green Monday as well. There you go.
Yes.
Well done.
Good. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Natalie, for joining us once again.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you next week.
All right. You take care. Have a great week, Natalie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We're on air now, but
Yes.
we're going to go to Facebook and we have a special prize that we want to give away just for our Facebook viewers.
Correct.
Ooh.
This is our very first home viewers contest. Okay.
This is so cool.
Exclusive.
It's like we're a variety show. We've got a home viewers contest.
Yeah, this is just for the people who are watching us on thebigshow.tv, which is our Facebook page,
Yeah.
the bigshow.tv Facebook page, not the OneFM Facebook page. So
Not
that's-
the OneFM Facebook page. And if you are watching us, I will be doing the Vanna White pose. So you have to turn on our Facebook view.
Okay, what do we have up for grabs, FD?
Okay, remember we were speaking to Gurmit the other day about his new comedy show.
Yes.
So the comedy show is A Dose of Comedy 2. Gurmit's going to be there. Ministry of Funny is going to be there. Sam Lee, Orion, Deepak, they're all going to be there. They're putting this show together. And we have 2 tickets to give away to this show. So that's a prize worth $150
All right.
because the tickets are $75 each.
I will be asking you the question. All right, I'll be putting out the question at the end of the Facebook Live session. So, which means right after Bibi Chia, get ready. All right, because I'll be asking you the question then.
Okay.
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 Okay, cool. All
Okay,
right.
in the meantime, here's Bill Medley featuring Jennifer Warnes. I had the time of my life on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
So you guys got to stay until after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'll do the pose.
Then
So
I'll
you're
maybe
doing the
come
pose.
down.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
do the. You can do the pose too if you want.
No, it's okay because I'm in black and, the whole thing is Vanna White,
Vanna
We
White.
couldn't see a water bottle just now for a while.
I lost
Yeah,
my-
for a while because of the white wall.
Yes.
It loses in the side here. Yeah.
Because of your fake background.
Because of my fake background, yes.
Which looks
Well,
very
it's better
real.
than having just a plain white wall behind you.
That is true. Tomorrow it'll be something different, right?
Yeah, I'll
So you're
change
gonna have
it
a
every day.
different room every
yeah.
day.
Yeah, use a different room every day.
His room is blue, no, actually, in color.
I see.
I'm in the living room, which is off-white.
Right.
Oh.
Why
I'm
aren't
saying
you
that-
in your...
Your blue
Because
room, your blue
the
room.
way I've discovered that the way I set up the room, I've got a bit of an echo now. When I'm in the room, it's even worse.
Really?
Because the wall behind me is too far away. So there's this
right.
massive
Okay.
loop bounce that's happening.
Okay.
But here the wall is closer, so it's not so bouncy.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Good morning.
look at
Wow.
that.
What an outfit.
Nice.
I don't expect doing this 8:30 in the morning as a dietitian, asking people to make non-alcoholic cocktails.
Yay.
Maybe only we are looking at the stuff you have, on your table. FD, the first thing you noticed was what you're wearing.
Yeah, because I think it's so pretty.
It is very pretty.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And how are you? I was watching the show earlier on and heard that you fell.
Yeah, my ankle's kind of gone. I've got a lot of ligament problems now. So I'm limited movement for the next 5 days. So basically, you get up and go to the toilet, you get up and go to the kitchen. The rest of the time, you're lying in bed.
Okay, so no going to the bar for you.
No.
Not going to the bar.
We'll bring the bar to him.
Okay, that's a good. Thank you, Sean.
So now he is truly TFD. But the T stands for Tongkat. Tongkat FD.
Falling Dutchman.
The fallen Dutchman.
Fallen Dutchman.
For those of you who don't know what a Tongkat is, it is a cane. A walking stick.
Right.
Yeah? Tongkat. So next time you see FD,
There you go.
hey,
He's got one.
how's Tongkat FD?
Oh dear.
Okay, so what's Bibi doing for us today? Mocktails, right?
Yeah. And I would like to say that the word mocktails just makes people feel like, oh, I don't want to drink it because it just feels like it's very syrupy. And so I prefer to use the word non-alcoholic cocktails. And I believe that with some of these options available for people, they can choose to also then have less to drink in the night. And especially for people who are, have to be sociable, but yet, you don't really want to drink too much. These are some available options that people can choose so that they can drink less alcohol and yet be part of the party.
Okay.
Yes.
And today I'm using Lyre's spirits, but they are non-alcoholic spirits, so they are made of like natural extracts and essence to mimic the taste of some of the popular spirits available. And these three are some of the ones that I'm using today. But there's a whole big range. They have orange spirits, and it's just amazing.
They're wonderful. I was just checking them out yesterday at Marketplace down at Paragon. The whole range. They've got the whole range there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't yet tried non-alcoholic alcohol. You've had the wine, right?
I've had red wine, yes.
I haven't had any. Does it emulate the flavor exactly, Bibi?
I think it does. Only difference, it doesn't have that bite because whenever there's alcohol, there's a certain mouthfeel. And so these I would recommend to mix only. They have a few that you can just pour nice and enjoy, but they're meant for mixing. And today we're making a pina colada, a Bloody Mary, and then a whiskey sour. And you can see that it tastes beautiful, and this will help people reduce the number of drinks they drink in the night or even the day for some people.
I've got to say, Bibi, that the drink whiskey sour, that's the first time I've heard that name in a long time.
Oh,
because you don't hear people ordering whiskey sours anymore.
Really?
I don't. I haven't heard anyone order it in at least 5 years. 5-6 years.
So,
maybe people drink pisco sours. I
don't know. But I remember my dad used to drink whiskey sour.
Where does the sour come from?
The fresh lemon juice that we're going to squeeze and we're going to shake and then create a little nice layer of foam on the top. Because last week we made the hummus, and if you keep that liquid, you could use that to make mayonnaise. But today we're going to use that in replacement of egg. So this whiskey sour is completely vegan.
Oh, so you're using the aquafaba from the chickpeas.
Yes, to do the shaking. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and I think it tastes better. It doesn't have that eggy
taste. So Bibi, like vaccinations are the top topic these days, right? People are talking about it. When it comes to alcohol, yes or no to drinking before or after the COVID-19 jab?
Well, there's a lot of myth about, you can't drink 2 weeks before your jab, and some say 3 days. But this is a myth because none of the vaccines available says that alcohol is a contraindication. And when they did the trials, they just asked people to have their normal lifestyle. So they were drinking. Then again, I always advise that don't confuse a hangover with the symptoms or the side effects of the vaccine. It may make you feel even worse. And so I would suggest that if you don't drink, don't start. If you do, limit the number of drinks. And if you can, just so that you prevent a headache the next day or dehydration the next day, is not to have alcohol prior to your vaccination. But it is not a contraindication.
So that's more the reason is the effects of the alcohol that you may mistake for the effects of the jab. Or
Yes,
or
that's
vice versa, right?
That's a
okay.
good question. You might want to ask Bibi that when we
Sure,
go back
sure.
on
Okay.
on radio.
Yeah.
Can do.
We have about a minute and a half before we go back on air. You can actually start with some of your demos.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm going to use a very pretty tiki cup today, and you can choose to garnish whatever you want on top. But you'll fill this for this pina colada. You need to fill the cup with ice first.
Okay. You gotta shake it.
This one is just stirring.
Oh.
The shaking comes later, I think.
So I'm gonna fill this
After
cup
you
with
have alcohol in your system.
This is completely alcohol free. That's the magic about these lyre spirits. And interestingly, the name lyre is actually for a bird that mimics somebody else's another animal's voice.
Oh.
And so that's why it's like the lyre's bird. Okay, so we're gonna use 60 mils of this rum, or over here for lyres is called the duck cane spirit. So I'm just going to pour 60 mils inside here. And so the jigger here up to the second line is 60 mils.
So you would use the same amount of non-alcoholic as alcoholic, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I think we might have to alter the recipe slightly, but not a lot of difference.
Okay, we might have to take a break from the demonstration for just a little while. We'll go on air.
then I'll
Angel
ask the
will ask you
question.
that question again, and then we'll continue with the demonstration. Okay, stand by.
FD standby 1 traffic, huh?
Yeah.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
The KPE towards the ECP, a vehicle broken down. That is just where the PIE Tuas exit is, so look out for that. PIE towards Changi, vehicle broken down before Pasir Laba, avoid lane 4. We also have the PIE towards Tuas, a vehicle broken down after Paya Labour Road. So quite a bit happening on the PIE this morning. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show. Our guest for this morning is Principal Dietitian Bibi Chia, who's going to be making us some non-alcoholic cocktails this morning. Angel, you've got a question for Bibi.
I do. Good morning, Bibi. Now, everybody's top topic is COVID-19 vaccinations. So when it comes to taking a vaccination, would you recommend drinking before or after taking the jab?
Well, I think there's a lot of myth around alcohol drinking and taking the COVID-19 vaccination. Some say 2 weeks, some say 3 days, but actually none of the vaccinations contraindication is contraindicated for drinking alcohol. Then again, we don't want to be confused with the symptoms of having too much alcohol, such as a hangover or dehydration, with the side effects of taking the vaccination. So sometimes people may already feel quite unwell after the vaccination. You don't really want to feel worse with a hangover or dehydration.
So that's the main reason. I mean, with hangovers, sometimes you can feel nauseous, you've got a headache, you're
Right.
constantly thirsty. So you don't want those two to be mixed up with the actual after effects, if there are any, from the vaccination.
Yeah, and people can actually not be able to determine which is which, and it's better to just not have a drink if you can. If you drink, just have no more than 1 or 2. Remember to stay hydrated. And there are some studies to say that drinking alcohol can impact your immunity. So if you're concerned, just drink less.
Okay, fantastic.
Well, I was a very good boy, actually, because after my vaccination, they told me, Glenn, no alcohol for 1 day, no exercise for 1 day.
And you stuck to it, right?
Yeah, I stuck to it.
Good boy.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'm actually a very good boy.
but if you do decide you want to have a drink, perhaps a non-alcoholic cocktail would do the trick. And Bibi, today you're talking about how to make a Bloody Mary, a whiskey sour, and right now you're going to demonstrate how to make a pina colada, right?
Yes, that's right. And it is low sugar, low calorie, and alcohol free.
Okay.
That's right. Okay, just tell us exactly what you'll be doing for us, and then we are going to go live on thebigshow.tv for the full demonstration.
Well, we're gonna make a pina colada with Delia's duck cane spirits. We're gonna make a Bloody Mary as well, because a lot of people do drink Bloody Mary as a hangover cure. No, a real Bloody Mary does not cure your hangover. It will make you feel worse, but maybe staying hydrated with the high nutrient
tomato juice
cocktail, non-alcoholic cocktail might help. And lastly, we're doing a whiskey sour, again using Delia's non-alcoholic spirit, and we're shaking it up with aquafaba, so it's completely vegan from the original recipe. You're switching the egg whites to the aquafaba, which is the liquid used to cook chickpeas.
Okay, you don't want to miss this demonstration. You know, Bibi is looking fantastic. Everything in front of her, the setup is amazing. You want to watch it right now on thebigshow.tv. That's our Facebook page. All right, here's Tarzan Boy, Baltimore on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
And we're back.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yay! Then after we have built this ice in the cup, we have added 60 mils of the rum or the duck cane spirit, and then 120 mils of pineapple juice. So you can freshly squeeze pineapple juice, and pineapple is actually quite healthy because it is unique in a sense where it has an enzyme called bromelain, and I know there's some reports saying that, it's it's like a miracle, but I wouldn't say it is, but it definitely aids with digestion. And also there are some reports saying that it helps with inflammation. So if your joints feels a little bit achy, you might want to have some pineapple juice.
Oh, there you go.
And then we have coconut water, which we're going to use 60 mils. Now, the thing with coconut is that a lot of people think that it just has electrolytes, but it does have carbohydrates and it does have calories. And so if you're drinking coconut water throughout the day, just imagine every glass of coconut water has the carbohydrate content of one slice of bread in there.
Oh, what?
So,
really?
So it's not completely diabetic, friendly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I did not know that.
Could you repeat that?
That blew me away.
So a lot of people buy coconut water by the liter, and then they would drink it like hydration.
Yes.
But every glass is a slice of bread, so there is carbohydrate in there, making it an excellent, coconut is an excellent drink if you are going to rehydrate with something isotonic. And this original recipe calls for coconut cream, and coconut cream is high in saturated fat, so I've omitted that to give you a very healthy morning pina colada.
Morning pina colada.
That's a very long stirrer, Bibi.
And it's so pretty. I collect some of these. I have one that's telescopic, so it fits in your pocket, and then you can pull it out.
Because everyone needs to travel with their own stirrer. I love it.
Stir it. Okay. And if you like to, you can add a little bit more ice on top because some of it has melted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate it with some the pineapple, the top of the pineapple, the leaves.
Yeah.
You could actually pull them out and make that part of your garnish.
Oh,
so
So nothing goes to waste.
Now, Bibi,
Nice.
you said something very interesting just now. You said people love drinking Bloody Marys as a hair of the dog, right? The next day as a hangover cure. And you said that's not true. It does not help.
No, it's not true. In fact, most of the time, the advice I would give people is that you just need to have a lot of water, maybe have a little bit more sleep, maybe a paracetamol if you need. But continue drinking will only make you feel worse.
Did you not know that, Angel?
Of course
you,
I did.
You thought it was real?
No, I know it's
Okay.
not. No, but
Okay.
but wait. What I have heard about taking like paracetamols or aspirins after the day after, like once you're already in a hangover, is that it thins the blood, so it may make you feel even more lightheaded.
Wow.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I noticed that people feel already quite bad, and then drinking actually makes them feel worse. And it may even lead to a longer session of drinking. So they'll start from the
That's probably the idea. That's probably the idea.
Actually, you know what? I never take aspirin unless my doctor prescribes it.
I think it's a blood thinner.
Exactly. There you go. So
But
what
also
Angel said, right?
paracetamol as well.
Yeah, but paracetamol is not so much a blood thinner.
Not as bad as
Not
aspirin.
as bad, but I
Exactly.
think it
Yeah.
still does it. I think I'm not a doctor, but I've heard that
Right.
paracetamols and panadols and all the stuff that that you usually take the next day. But you sometimes do it before
night
drinking
before.
or the night before.
So
okay.
I mean, if I'm drinking the night before and I have to work the next morning, so before I go to bed, I'll just pop
And it
2
works for you.
Panadol extras. I'm a huge fan of Panadol Extra. Yeah, I don't take a lot of it, but whenever I do take it, right, it works all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I've never tried that.
Panadol rocks.
The other suggestion that I usually give people would be to alternate your drink. So if you're going to have a glass of something that has alcohol, you may want to go for a non-alcoholic cocktail. Then maybe you want to go for something with a soda and then go back to alcohol if you have to. So that actually helps you, lengthen your evening without having all alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, that's why I try to do water and drink, like 1:1, and it does help.
Makes you go to the toilet,
But it does, that's what it helps. It helps flush your system. So.
Yeah. But cocktails are useless to me. They
Really?
have no effect whatsoever.
so strong, though.
An alcoholic cocktail is like a non-alcoholic cocktail to me. That night
Very strong.
we went out for a night of cocktails.
And they didn't do anything for you?
Friday, right?
Yeah.
Friday. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, did they really put alcohol in the cocktails or not? Or were we having non-alcoholic cocktails all evening long?
All evening long.
Maybe you were.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you were. Because for me, I find that cocktails are stronger than regular drinks.
Not
because,
really,
no.
because they mask it with all that sugar sweet stuff, and you,
You
don't
get the
really
sugar
taste
high
it.
first before anything else.
Maybe.
In fact, you know what's a really good non-alcoholic cocktail that you need to try? Is this thing called arak. We had it
Arak
that day.
is
What do you
alcoholic.
mean
I think it's
non-alcoholic?
40% ABV.
Then
Yeah.
how come I didn't feel anything? I was about to suggest that
Because-
she mixes it with the coconut water.
No, because the arak they used the cocktail used a little bit of arak. I didn't want you to be introduced to arak using shots.
Oh,
Because that's how the hardcore people drink arak. They
I
shoot
see.
it.
I saw that bottle that you guys
You say only
Yeah.
he didn't feel anything. After a while, you see all his texts and his Instagram posts. The spelling all
Yes.
became like mine.
Oh,
Then he's like,
Glance.
I don't feel anything. Then I cannot spell, cannot see, cannot spell, cannot walk. But I don't feel anything. Yes. Okay, Bloody Mary, Bloody
Okay,
Mary.
sorry. Go ahead, Bibi.
Okay, let's do the Bloody Mary.
Yes.
well,
We'll
the
go
base
and party
spirit.
with Bibi one of these days as well. I'm sure she's as strong as I am.
just make sure she doesn't bring her non-alcoholic alcohol.
Or the alternate ones. Okay, so this Bloody Mary is called Red Snapper. And what you need, the base spirit is about 45 mils of gin. Now, what we want to do is use a 2-piece shaker, and you put all the liquid in the smaller piece, and then you will add the ice in the larger shaker. So today we're using about 45. Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. Need to clear this. And we're going to use 45 mils of this gin. And it does taste a lot of junipers, actually. So,
okay.
Yep. And if you just want to have a gin and tonic, you just use this and put a tonic water. Choose a good low sugar tonic
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add 90 mils of tomato juice. Now, tomatoes also have its health benefits, and that would include having lots of lycopene in there. And the irony is people think if you're going to eat fresh tomatoes, it's going to have a lot of lycopene, but the juice actually has more. The puree has even more. The sauce has more. So as you process it, it's got more and more lycopene in there. For
Oh,
some
wow.
That seems
Okay.
so strange.
Okay, we're going
Okay,
back
hold
on
on.
air.
We're going back on air. OneFM 91.3, you're tuned in to The Big Show, and we're also live on thebigshow.tv with Principal Dietitian Bibi Chia, who's just teaching us how to make a non-alcoholic Bloody Mary.
So far, it's looking good.
I love my Bloody Marys.
You're telling us about lycopene. What's lycopene good for?
Now, lycopene is naturally found in tomatoes. It's kind of a natural red pigment that's in tomatoes, and it is being studied for the reduction of risk of prostate cancer, but also it has other health benefits. And the thing with lycopene in tomatoes is very interesting. We think that fresh tomatoes must have the most, but actually when you process it and you cook it, the lycopene content actually increases.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of like you told us the other day with broccoli.
Yes.
When you cut broccoli, right?
Yes, that's right. So some of these vegetables, when you process them or you do something to them, their nutrient increases. Same as garlic. When you chop garlic, its active compounds actually increases.
Wow.
I didn't know
Okay.
that.
There you
So
go.
if you took like fresh tomatoes and say made it into a pasta base, a tomato-based pasta base, that would increase the lycopene?
Yes, that will increase the
right,
lycopene.
Okay.
Mm.
Pasta
like
for
magic.
everyone.
Actually, I do want to share this, but then I think I should let you guys know.
Oh,
Tomatoes to me are like aphrodisiacs.
maybe too much information right
Yeah,
now.
we
Okay.
didn't really
Yeah,
need
we
to
didn't
know
need to,
that.
so.
You know, really.
It's like now every time he eats something with tomatoes, we'll be like, "So Glenn, how are you feeling?"
They become tongkat then. So
All right, Bibi,
Okay.
Oh, this baby.
tell us a little bit. Well, you can go. We will do the Bloody Mary, the Virgin Bloody Mary. You're gonna demo that when we go back on Facebook. It's thebigshow.tv.
Yeah. We're with Principal Dietitian Bibi Chia. Meantime, here's All for One, I Can Love You Like That on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
We're still trying to get over that, Glenn.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, I thought it was Sean pointing to the screen that made all of you kind of like, panic a little bit.
No,
so you're still
no.
thinking about
Yes,
what I
you
said.
We're still thinking about you and tomatoes.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
Bibi,
know what
we
to get him
put,
for his birthday.
tomato
we
paste.
put the gin,
It's funny.
the gin substitute in. We put the tomato juice in.
Yep, and now we need about 10 mils of lemon juice. So I'm just using fresh lemon. And remember last week we used this. What's it called?
Oh, I
It's
don't know.
the I know. It's the
It's the squeezy.
the tennis elbow.
It's the no. It's the squeezy.
Oh, wow.
It's the Mexican elbow.
Mexican elbow.
elbow. Close.
Oh, it was close, Glenn.
I get the
Tennis
prize.
elbow.
I get a prize.
You get
half
the
a
drink.
point. Half
I'll
a
send this to you
Yeah,
later.
you get a non-alcoholic drink with tomato
it's
juice
Monday.
as well.
And we're going to use 10 mils of Worcestershire sauce. I can never pronounce this. Can anyone-
Worcestershire.
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 Worcestershire
Yeah.
sauce.
You know,
It's-
most people
it's-
just call it Lee and Perrin
Yeah.
sauce.
It's spelled Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
There you go.
Interestingly, a lot of people don't know that it's actually made of anchovies. So even though it's tangy,
Oh.
it's not vegetarian.
It's not vegan.
So this is this is Angmo fish sauce.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, absolutely.
But
And then-
it tastes so different from like Thai fish sauce, though. Like
Yeah.
so different.
It has other things in there that that has sourness. So there's malt vinegar and tamarind extract. So it gives it that little bit of tang and punch.
I had no idea.
Tabasco.
Oh, I love Tabasco. I can't live without
Yeah.
Tabasco.
Tabasco and black pepper.
And it does bring out the flavor of the Bloody Mary. To me, Bloody Mary is like a tomato soup for the morning.
Yeah, it is very
Because
much.
I used to love drinking Bloody Marys on flight.
Really?
Yeah, they give you all the little ingredients. They give you the Tabasco, they give you the pepper and everything, and you put it all together. It's super
You
yummy.
have to make yourself.
Well, you can opt to. I like making it on my own.
Maybe I should start trying
Bloody
Bloody
Mary.
Marys? You don't like Bloody Marys?
I'm not a big fan.
Oh, I love Bloody
I've had
Marys.
one at Publico. It was quite nice.
Yeah.
My first ever.
Let's go to Publico and have Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
Let's have a Bloody Mary afternoon.
mean, since it's an aphrodisiac anyway.
Just for you, Glenn.
No, I think it's an
why.
aphrodisiac for many people. Bloody Marys, no.
That's called alcohol.
Okay, if it's aphrodisiac for you, put it in the chat. Let us know.
Actually, alcohol is not.
No,
an
it's a downer.
aphrodisiac.
It's a downer.
It's a
Yeah,
downer.
alcohol is a downer. Yeah.
So I've added ice in this larger part of the two-piece shaker, and I actually had to practice this over the weekend for the show. This method is called throwing.
Oh,
Throwing. Oh, wow. Okay.
So you throw. This is like teh tarik, you know. You pour the pineapple, the Bloody Mary in here, and then you tilt it out.
Oh, wow.
So the ice cools it without diluting it.
Diluting it. Right. Okay.
And you do it for about 3 times. And done.
Oh, wow.
Hey, cocktail shaking is not easy.
Yeah, boy.
No, not at all.
Not easy.
No.
That's why it must have been so hard for Tom Cruise, you know, in
cocktail?
cocktail. Yeah, he practiced and practiced, you know.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not easy.
Very true. Very true.
That night we saw the bartenders as well with 2 shakers in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might have tennis elbows also.
But he didn't look very glamorous though.
Oh yeah, there's a glamour way
Which
of
one?
doing
Which one though?
it. 28 Hong Kong.
Oh, he was okay. Yeah.
It was okay.
No. 28 Hong Kong Street.
Yeah, they were quite good. The bartenders were quite good.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. They were quite good.
One of them didn't look very glamorous. One of them.
It just
Is that, Bibi, is that a
Celery.
celery stick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is, right?
so we
Okay.
can garnish it, and it could actually be very healthy. Imagine having tomatoes and celery with your drink in the morning, and there you go.
You're inspiring me. I just want to go
Yeah,
home
so
and make a
nice.
virgin Bloody Mary.
Actually, yeah.
so nice.
I've got to say, the Worcestershire sauce goes with anything that has tomatoes in it.
Oh, really?
Absolutely anything. It's really good. There's a drink called V8 if you can find it.
Yes.
Eight vegetables in one.
Yeah.
Add a bit of Lee and Perrins on that. Perfect.
Oh my God, that's filled with sodium, FD.
That's why, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
The
But you
V8
know,
juice.
I justify it by saying there are 8 vegetables there. That's my justification.
Our
Let's
last
get
one,
down to the whiskey sour, shall we?
Yeah, and this is the Liar's American malt. It's so cute. It's got a big brown bear on the top.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
the whiskey, is it?
Yes.
That's-
And it does smells like whiskey, even
Yeah?
like a yeah. And the ingredients are really simple. It's just lemon juice, aquafaba, and then we're just going to shake it all up together. So again, using a two-piece shaker. Now I just have to clarify that later on we're gonna add some drops of this bitters on top, and this batter does have alcohol in there. Right?
Yay! Oh, sorry.
Glenn,
Three drops.
I have to say, I considered buying one of these non-alcoholic,
Spirits.
gins or whiskeys last night, and then
Okay.
I opted
Not
for
to.
something else instead.
For the
I
real
got a
deal.
Tanqueray Sevilla. I've been wanting to try that for a while.
You like your Tanqueray, that's why.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at the Lyra's website, and they have a lot of different types. They've got gin, prosecco, coffee liqueur, amaretto, aperol, bourbon, all sorts.
Yeah.
Are they
All
local?
sorts. No, I think they're from either from New Zealand or Australia. Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead, Bibi. Sorry.
okay.
They're from, I think, Australia.
Australia. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. And so this recipe is really simple. We need about 60 mils of this
Whiskey.
non-alcoholic spirit. Yeah. And sometimes I believe people are looking for options like that at a bar, or even wanting to drink this at home. It's just that cocktails, the word mocktails just puts people off. Like it's very syrupy. And so actually now we have options. Okay. And then we're going to use 20 mils of lemon juice. Again, we need to get that lemon squeezy.
With the
squeezy.
Mexican, elbow.
There you go. Lemon squeezy.
Elbow
The lemon
Mexicana.
That's Jose's elbow.
Oh, Lally.
And before I went on this course, I never knew how to use it. And on the contrary, people think that you're supposed to put the lemon on this side and squeeze it.
Right.
But it's supposed to be the other way round, and so that the juice will go through the little holes. over here.
I think everyone's been using it wrong then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So 20 mils of this. I think later on when we are shaking, it's going to be a little bit noisy. So are we going back on air later?
It's okay.
No, we're on Facebook now.
No.
Yeah.
Not as noisy as the Raffles Long Bar, that's for sure.
And we're going to add 2 bar spoons of agave. Now, have you used agave before?
Yep.
Yeah. So it is a natural sugar. Well, it's got slightly lower GI. It's maybe more suitable than sugar for some people. So 2 bar spoons of that.
It's from a cactus.
It's from tequila.
Make tequila from this.
If you leave it out in the sun for long enough.
Agave and water equals tequila.
Tequila. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
don't
pretty much.
teach Sean wrong thing. Poor thing. Look at
I'll
Sean.
go
He's
and
like,
try to make my own tequila. No.
He'll be like, I'm gonna buy some agave now.
Yeah, now I want to buy cactus already.
Yeah, it's cactus. Yeah.
Make my own tequila. Ooh, yo.
So I'm just going to pour the 15 mils of the aquafaba in there. And so all this delicious liquid is in here. It smells like whiskey sour. Now, this part is when I get really nervous using 2-piece shaker live.
It's okay.
You can do it.
That's what happened.
It's okay. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You can do it.
Fill this up, half of this with ice. Oh, very nervous, very nervous. And then
Don't be. It's just us. It's just us.
We're all waiting. We're all waiting.
There, you
gonna
make me
pour
feel
this,
And then
nervous.
push it in.
that was nervous.
Knock
and
it in.
Whack it in.
Make sure it's straight, and then
it
you whack it in.
Yeah.
Harder.
Am I right? Because
Okay.
We'll
my
find out lah.
teacher is here.
Oh, your teacher. Where's your teacher?
My teacher is here. His name is Canute. He's a renowned bartender.
Hey!
So it's very
My
pleasant.
God. You have your own mixologist in your kitchen? What is going on?
Brilliant.
So we're just gonna shake it out. We're gonna move away from the mic.
Oh,
So that's not so noisy.
perfect.
Nicely done.
Looking
nicely done.
good.
Yeah.
Looking good. So Mondays can be fun as well. So to release this, you can press a little, or you can
Oh,
tap
there
it.
you go.
Yes.
Quite the
Like a
professional.
pro.
Very
Hong Kong 28
professional.
looking for a bartendress. I think they call them mixologists now.
Bartendress.
Yes.
Bartenders.
Yeah. And you take a nice. No, I'm using
that's
a
beautiful.
martini
That's
glass.
It's a
beautiful.
non-alcoholic glass as well.
That's beautiful. Not as beautiful as you, but still beautiful.
Thank you. And this is called a Hawthorne strainer. It has little legs on the side for easy pouring. And you can hold it like that. And then you see that it's nice and creamy.
There you go.
on the top.
You need that foam from the aquafaba, right? Nice.
Yes.
Oh, that looks
done.
really. Oh, that's well done. That's well done.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
So non-alcoholic drinks can also be fun. And just a little bit of
Bitters on top.
a drop or two. And the funny thing was, he wanted to tell me how you can put heart shape on it.
Yeah.
No, we should all take a mixologist
Yeah, of
course
Yes, we
from
should.
him.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody should take a mixologist class from him. He's amazing. So the recipes are created by Canute Renham from Pro Hospitality, and the spirits were very kindly given to me by the Liars ambassador. Her name is Rachel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Canute, you need to come in and do a
Yeah.
mixology class in our studio.
We should go meet Canute.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
set
we
up
need
a
to go
bar
meet
here.
him.
And have some real alcohol.
Yeah, but he can make some real alcohol. It's just that he created this for me.
Awesome. Nicely
Brilliant
done.
job, Canute. Fantastic.
Thank you, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
You
have to cheers
you are
now.
having that. I'm having my kopio.
I have my water.
Cheers, Bibi.
Nicely done, baby.
Yes.
Cheers, everybody.
Very nice indeed. Thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thank you, and see you next Monday.
Yeah,
Can't
we
wait.
Yeah,
look
we
forward to
will.
seeing you next Monday. Thank you so much, Bibi. Bye bye, and thanks to your crew, entire crew, and thanks Canute as well. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
There you go, our principal dietitian, Bibi Chia. What an awesome.
That was fun.
You know,
Yeah.
every once in a
Awesome
while when
session.
BB's on, you learn this amazing fact.
Yeah.
Like how things get better when you cut them, and that to me
Yeah.
is an amazing fact because from the time I was very young, I was told, cut something, 10 minutes later,
It
its goodness
loses
is
its
gone.
nutrients. Yeah.
And it's not true.
Or even if you cook something, it's going to lose its nutrients. Like you would think that heat would destroy the
What's up
nutrients.
with all of you believing old wives' tales?
No, all
That's
those
because
old
I am
wives.
old, you see. I'm so old I can't even walk down steps.
Okay, don't we have a prize to give away?
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, guys, for waiting for this moment. We have a pair of tickets to A Dose of Comedy 2 starring Gurmit Singh and friends. When is it happening, Abdi?
It is happening between the 6th and 8th of May.
Oh, not many days.
Your
only
tickets
3
is
days.
for the 6th of May.
6th of May. Okay, so
Yeah.
make sure you're available on the 6th of May before you answer this question, because we have 2 tickets worth $150 to give you from A Dose of Comedy, and Glenn's going to ask it.
That's right. I just want to let you guys know as well, if you want to get your tickets, all right, you can log on to A Dose of Comedy 2, that's the number 2, .ptix.com. That's PEATIX.com. Because, I mean, not everyone's going to be winning this pair, you see?
No.
Yes.
So for the rest of you, get your tickets before they're all gone.
Yes.
Okay? So good luck. This is the very difficult question, our home viewers contest.
Yes, and remember, you have to go to the bigshow.tv page and comment under our live feed that's there now. It's not happening on the OneFM page. It's happening on the bigshow.tv. The first comment will win. Okay, Glenn, go.
All right, here we go. What character is Gurmit Singh best known for? Go for it.
Quick,
Come on,
Nat,
come on,
quick,
come on, come on, come on, come on,
First
come on,
answer,
come on.
first answer that pops up on our Facebook comments will win the prize.
And the winner is...
Nobody.
You can do it. Come
So
on.
slow today. Oh, there you go. We got
Melody
one.
Tang.
Melody Tang.
Congratulations, Melody.
Congratulations, Melody. What you can do is you can WhatsApp us all your details, please, to 88550913. Please include your name and your email address, and we will get in touch.
Once again,
Congratulations.
A Dose of Comedy 2 takes place from the 6th of May to the 8th of May at the Drama Center. All right. Tickets are priced at $75. You can get your tickets at adoseofcomedy2.ptix.com.
Yeah, congratulations, Melody. Well done.
Just for those of you who may not be sure, the Drama Center is not where the old Drama Center used to be. Yeah?
Where is it?
Just to let you know, the Drama Center now is at the library.
Oh,
so don't
right,
go
okay.
to Fort Canning, okay? It's not there.
But you know,
it's at the library.
It's been at the library for the past 10 years already.
Hey, I tell you why I said this. Because I was talking about the show to some friends of mine the other day, and they went, "Oh, that's great, because I'll be at Lucky Plaza. I can just walk to Fort Canning." There are people who still don't know.
That's possible. That's possible. People who haven't gone will not know.
People who are not into the theatre scene,
Yeah,
a lot of them
will
will
not
still
know.
think it's at Fort Canning.
It's at the
Okay.
library now.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Okay, anyway, we've got more tickets to give away
the whole
this
week.
entire week.
Yeah.
All right.
So tune in.
So tune in and watch us on thebigshow.tv. It's our home viewers contest.
Yeah.
Okay, share the video if you like the video. Thanks for
Bye-bye.
watching. Bye-bye.